EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And off we go from Denver. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down. Block. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. But he's got it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Block. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Locke. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Christian Wilkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. We're scoreless after 1. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Locke. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and goal now. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 360 orange. Watch the slap, watch the slap. Watch the slap. Check 43.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now this time, Tua's going to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Ready,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A final shot before half for Locke. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. It's a gain of 35. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers. Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and now it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation. So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him. And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A quick throw outside by Locke. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2. Here's Locke to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. This time he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Block. They'll find Lindsey here. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He can run for it, and he will. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Lock. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy.
It's sad they pay me. I'll do this.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football opposite direction.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Lindsey. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Lock, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. The defense did their job, 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught by Parker. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. They're able to locate Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Breida. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They go counter with Breida, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Miami, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5. They get a home date next week